games. They're 2-1 against Southern Arkansas and Shawnee. Jason 41-8 at home, 72-35 here on Bison Hill. Here we go. Brooks started to jump center, and Southern Arkansas wins the opening tap. Rogers will leave it in the backcourt for Aaron Lucas. Standing crowd as they await the first basket on the largest crowd of the season. Pruitt will defend the basketball. It's Brooks who takes him off the dribble and forces a turnover. Great defense by Jack Pruitt.
How about that? Pruitt stand between the dribbler and the goal, all over him, forced a turnover on senior day in a big start.
The electric atmosphere of this place. Most of the crowd on their feet hoping for OBU to get the early jump. Easily the largest crowd of the season. Putnam with it across the midcourt stripe. Now it's doubled by Brooks and Lucas. Goes to Thompson to Burke for three. Bang! He nailed that one straight on. 4-0 the OBU lead. 19:24 to play in the first half.
That'll either put the crowd down because they already scored, or they're just so excited to keep standing.
Aaron Lucas hands it off out front. Blake Rogers with a basketball between the circles. Jalen Brooks hands it to Tyler Garrett. Garrett to Lucas in front of us. Right of a screen for Devante Brooks. Now he pivots, goes left wing. Garrett's three for the tie is good. And we're tied at 3 on Tyler Garrett's made 23rd three of the year.
Look for Devante Brooks to get a illegal screen call. He had a couple of them there he got away with.
Southern Arkansas 34% from beyond the arc, averages over 8 made threes a game. And look at Putnam, abusing the defender, gliding left to the goal, layup good.
How about that first quick step? Part of it is when you hit a three-pointer that far, they come out on him, then he can go by him to the rim.
You can tell Burke is super juiced for this game today. They lob it left baseline. Jalen Brooks over the top, and it's stolen away. Jack Pruitt with the steal. It looked like Brooks was going to try to slam it home. Right corner for three. Putnam. That one doesn't go. Stoddard high for the rebound. Back up and foul. And one for Oklahoma Baptist. The foul is against Tyler Garrett. That is going to be his first personal.
And then how about fighting for that rebound? Stoddard comes up with it, but his teammate, Jack Pruitt, starting on senior day, he's there too, diving on the floor, trying to get that ball.
Pruitt comes out. Nigel Wilcox, who usually is in the lineup. In fact, the first time in 26 appearances as a junior that Wilcox comes off of the bench. Harrison Stoddard is 80% for the foul line, and he hits the free throw. The Bison have scored 5 straight after a 3-3 tie. 18-19 to play here in the first half. Lucas into the front court for the blue and gold cladded Mule Runners. Right side, Tyler Garrett. Between the circles, Blake Rogers. Got him by Jaquan Sims. Rogers looks left, feeds it to Garrett against the zone. Right baseline, it's Brooks. Back out high, Garrett for three, and he got it. Tyler Garrett now has come out on fire. He didn't even score in the 8-point road loss by OBU and Magnolia back in January.
Well, the Bison worried about the Brooks brothers and Lucas. You know, nobody accounts for Garrett.
Putnam through a double team, almost lost it, kept his dribble, bounces at baseline left for Wilcox. He'll back down, spin, kicks it corner left. Thompson's three, no good. Stoddard fighting for the rebound, knocked it away that time from Jalen Brooks, but Harrison was on the baseline. 8-6 our score. OBU led 3-0. We were tied at 3. The Bison then scored 5 in a row. And Garrett answered with his second made three to pull Southern Arkansas to within 2 points at 8-6. Aaron Lucas bounces it between the circle for Blake Rogers. Right of the Devante Brooks screen. They rolling. Brooks cut off of the paint to Lucas. Pump fakes, moves right. Three over Putnam is good.
Well, you know, Putnam jumped early on the first time. Lucas had him, but he recovered nicely. Nice shot by Lucas because Putnam got back on him.
He was actually inside the arc, so it's a long 2. Game is tied at 8. Thompson is bumped out high, and the foul against Devante Brooks is his first and the second against the Mule Riders with 17-10 to play here in the first half. And here comes Trey Green, the sophomore from Kingfisher, to the ball game. Stoddard will go to the bench. Sims comes out. They're going to add a little bit more muscle now as they put DJ Freeman to the lineup.
Aaron Lucas out of Tulsa, Washington High School. Have you ever heard any good players come out of there?
Never. Ty Archibald, a 6-foot sophomore from Katy, Texas. They stink again this year, don't they? Number 1 ranked team at 6A at Oklahoma High School boys basketball. Putnam with a behind-the-back dribble, guarded by Lucas, who stays with him. Burke angles left, now calls for a clear out, gets a screen, bounces it for Green. 7 to shoot. They go to Wilcox, who catches, puts up a one-handed turnaround jumper. He missed it. Wilcox trying to get the miss, had it taken away by Brooks. Into the front court with it is Blake Rogers. Bounces it down low. Up and under is Jalen Brooks. And that is now 7 straight by Southern Arkansas. They lead by 2.
Yeah, Wilcox rushed his shot a little bit that time on the right baseline. Usually he likes to square up and take that shot.
Under 16.5 to play first half. Putnam another three, misses long out front. Brooks with a rebound, went to the floor, lost the handle. And, man, he took a hard fall. You could hear that as he hit his tailbone all the way back at the other end of the floor where we're seated.
But that was all on Devante Brooks' own volition. There was no white shirts that undercut him. He just leaped so high, was backward, reaching for that, lost his balance.
Putnam inbound to Green, left quarter for DJ Freeman. Back to Brantley, right side to Burke Putnam. Alley-oop lob for Freeman. Broke it up that time by Archibald because he got in the way. The first shot won't go. The tip by Freeman again is good.
Wow. I don't see how Freeman jumped so fast after that first miss.
Lucas, guarded by Putnam, takes him off the dribble through the paint, cut off right wing, bounces it down for Jalen Brooks. He backs down against Wilcox, instigates the contact, throws it up, it wouldn't drop. But Nigel Wilcox has picked up the first personal foul for Oklahoma Baptist this afternoon, and that'll take us into the first media timeout. 16 minutes to play. First half from Shawnee. The game is tied at 10. This is Bison Basketball, presented by McIntyre Law on Classic Hits, KGFF.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
SSM Health, St. Anthony Hospital, Shawnee compassionately serves the healthcare needs of Shawnee and the surrounding communities. We're known for providing exceptional care and offering the latest advances in medical services. Bison Basketball also brought to you by the First National Bank and Trust Company, where every season we are your bank for life. Along with Scott Wanich and Bob Beasley, I'm Todd Miller at the Noble Complex. 4 minutes in, 11-10, Southern Arkansas as Brooks hits the first of two free throws. SAU averages 13.3 makes a game. They shoot 69% as a team from the line. Second Brooks free throw is no good. It's actually the first.
Tell you, Nigel Wilcox had his arm straight up, didn't come forward on Brooks at all. Brooks was initiating all the contact. I didn't like that call on Nigel.
Brooks' second free throw is short. Nobody has the rebound. I can tell you the difference. It was 10-10 going into the break. It's 11-10 Southern Arkansas. They changed Aaron Lucas's 2 to a 3, which is what I thought had happened when the shot occurred. Brantley Thompson into the paint, kicks it left side. Trey Green to Brantley, top of the key. Thompson draws a double team, whips it across the floor. Green to Freeman, left quarter. Out front to Sims, 10 to shoot. And a whistle underneath and a foul called against the Mule Riders. And that's going to go against Aaron Lucas. That's his first and the third against Southern Arkansas. So Brantley Thompson will inbound with 15:39 to play in the first half. He'll lob it out front to Trey Green to DJ Freeman. Now to Sims out front. He swings it left to Brantley Thompson. Back to Sims, right quarter to Trey Green against the man-to-man defense. Thompson fumbles it, gets it back top of the key, working against Lucas, pulls up off balance, missed the 16-footer. Rebound to Aaron. Great defense by the reigning conference defender of the year in the turnover. Lucas threw it to Sims. Sims 2-on-1 to the goal. Layup is good.
What a play, Jaquan Sims. He just read the eyes of Aaron Lucas. At the last second when that ball's in there, he stepped in front of that passing lane. Then he took it right to Lucas to the rim.
Nice it on the high side, 12-11. Right side, Archibald with the basketball. Lobs it for Jalen Brooks, guarded by Nigel between the rings. Left side, Blake Rogers against Thompson. Now to Lucas. He'll put up a three over Sims, and he got it. Aaron Lucas is one of those guys that looks like he can score anytime he chooses to.
Todd, he was standing on the end on the Bison. Jaquan Sims was right on the edge of the end, and boy, you got to give it up for that shot.
14-12, Southern Arkansas, 14.5 to play first half. Thompson against the man-to-man defense, guarded left side, cross-courts it now for Sims. He drives in, goes left, back right, dumps it to Wilcox, who comes up short on a one-handed shot on the baseline. Those are usually automatic for Wilcox. Southern Arkansas with a rebound and a 2-point lead.
Yeah, even those short shots for Wilcox, he put some arch on them. Those both were flat.
Left corner three, Archibald, no good. Over the back, Brooks, Devante with a rebound. Pounds his way back in and scores on a turnaround jumper. Devante Brooks with a second chance basket. It's 16-12, Mule Riders.
That 6'6" athletic body, you've got to hit him, and he's going to be really, really physical tonight.
Green drives baseline underneath the basket to Thompson, left corner to Sims on the wing. Jaquan back with it to Green, left wing to Brantley Thompson. It's a zone defense by the Mule Runners, and Sims loses the ball off of his foot out of bounds.
Well, that was a good call because Archibald hit that ball, topped it off of Sims' thigh. Good call by the C official.
First time out, or first turnover against OBU. Putnam comes back in, Stoddard is back in. Justin Tidd has re-entered the lineup for OBU. Sims and Trey Green remain out there for Oklahoma Baptist. Aaron Lucas into the front court, hands it off for Devante Brooks. He'll go left at 10, goes up and Stoddard blocks a shot. Rebound, those run down. Jalen Brooks, top of the circle. Rogers three, pinballs in it out. Rebound to Justin Tidd, who got hit in the nose. Now Putnam accelerates out of the front court right side. Is cut off of the wing, backs it out, knifes his way into the paint, drop steps, goes up, missed it. Tidd though with his back to the basket, never squared up, but just puts it in.
That's not an easy shot looking over your head and doing that.
Justin Tidd ends the scoring drought in the 4-point SAU run as Devante Brooks rattles the rim at the other end and gives the Mule Riders back a 4-point lead.
Yeah, on the other end, Jalen Brooks blocked Burke's Putnam shot. Then Justin Tidd got that rebound with that over-the-head shot.
Tidd and Stoddard set a high screen. Burke open three, no good. He made his first miss that one. Tidd over the bucket for Brooks, throws it back up and in. Justin Tidd played 11 minutes, had 6 points and 2 rebounds against UAM. His efficiency is matched or surpassed that here early. Blake Rogers drives left baseline, misses it, but he's fouled. And Blake Rogers is going to go to the free throw line to give perhaps Southern Arkansas back the 4-point lead as Quan has his first.
You know, back on that other end, Justin Tidd, he had position. Devante Brooks got inside of him, but jumped a little early. And who was there? Justin Tidd fought for it and got that putback.
Blake Rogers, a 71% foul shooter, hits the first. Hope you will join us and all the Great American Conference for the postseason men's and women's basketball tournaments coming to the Fire Lake Arena here at Shawnee, March 3rd through the 6th. Second free throw by Rogers, hits the hill of the rim. Jesse Davis, who just checked in with a rebound. Southern Arkansas by 3. Lucas drives in, bounces it right side. Archibald spins at the foul line. Putnam defends him. And then Burke knocks it out of his hands, but unable to get it before it goes out of bounds. Comes Connor Harvey, a redshirt freshman, 6'3", out of Mena, Arkansas. Harvey played 11 minutes in the win at Southern Nazarene Thursday night, had a rebound, 2 points. Harvey averages 3.7 on the rebound per ball game. Archibald to inbound, looking for Connor Harvey. Now instead gets it to Lucas inside the timeline, right front court. 12-12 to play first half. SAU leads OBU by 3. Lucas left of a screen from Jesse Davis Jr. They roll Davis, and it's off of his hands out of bounds.
Well, that's a
turnover for the Mule Riders.
That's a very difficult catch for Jesse Davis Jr. because Harrison Stoddard was so close to his body. Now Lucas knew that Davis wasn't that wide open. He just thought he'd get the back cut. He forced that pass in there.
So 19-16 Southern Arkansas, an offensive foul against Wilcox. Push it off down low, and that's his second personal. Not someone you want on the bench in foul trouble less than 8 minutes into the ball game when we get a timeout. 19-16 Mule Riders back after these messages on Classic Hits KGFM. Highlighting local ingredients. Their modern eclectic downtown space includes ample outdoor seating and the best live music in the area.
attorney Jordan Klinger at McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of experience fighting for Oklahomans injured in automobile and semi-accidents. Distracted driving is an epidemic. According to government studies, 1 in 4 crashes now involve texting and driving. That's 1.6 million accidents caused each year by distracted drivers. If you have been injured and you want to know your rights, call us now. The consultation is free. We love what we do and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
One area that we will continue to watch is on the glass, where Southern Arkansas average pounds their opponents by nearly 7 per game. OBU is +3. Right now it's 8-7 Bison on the window, including 5-3 on the offensive glass for OBU. Aaron Lucas into the front court from right to left, goes through the Bison logo. Jalen Brooks pops out. They go right side. Jesse Davis nearly had it stripped away. 10 is all over him. They hand it off to Aaron Lucas, who almost stepped in midcourt. Lucas gets a screen. Now they switch. 10 is on him. Now they back off. Putnam will defend him, and Lucas splashes down another 3.
Well, that was great defense by Justin 10. Just better offense at the end by Aaron Lucas.
22-16, Southern Arkansas. Aaron Lucas, 19 points in the win at Bethany on Thursday night. 10 handles the bounce pass down low, goes back door, lays it up, and hangs on the front of the rim and falls off. Davis Jr. with the rebound. Southern Arkansas with the biggest lead, goes to work offensively. Lucas with it, got by with steps in the left quarter. Brought up by Burke Putnam in a timeout. Comes from Andy Sharp at the other end of the floor with 11:08 to play here in the first half, and OBU down 22-16. Aaron Lucas, make that 3 of 3 from three-point range. Stats have not updated. He has 9 points on 3 three-point baskets. Southern Arkansas 8 of 12. 5 of 7. Scott, you wonder what it is about this team. 9 in and not out. You look at the second media timeout, third media timeout, and lo and behold, the opponent's shooting 67%. We say the same thing. This surely can't last.
And you think about Jason Aker and the Bison. They work so hard in practice. They're the top team in the conference. They always have to go through crunch time to get these wins in the Noble Complex. I bet you they'd like to relax and just get out and be a front runner from wire to wire.
Not very easy to do in this conference. No. There are no gimmies in this league. Tyler Garrett, who's just checked in to inbound the basketball. He is fronted by Brantley Thompson. Connor Harvey with it. Foul on extended left wing. Now to Lucas. Aaron working against Burke Putnam. Crosses over. Now slides left, and Burke is going to be called for the foul.
Tell you, Aaron Lucas had his arm in the gut of Burke Putnam from the left elbow, just in front of the left block.
Devante Brooks comes in. He will spell Jesse Davis Jr. First foul against Burke, 4th against the Bison with 10:56 to play in the first half. Tyler Garrett will inbound with Stoddard in front of the entry pass. They cross-court it. Burks run off the arc, pulls up, throws a floater. He missed it. Offensive foul. Justin 10 took the charge, and Aaron Lucas has picked up his second.
How about the minutes again? We say this night in, night out. Justin 10, valuable minutes off the bench.
You know, if you look at his average minutes played, it's about 10 minutes. But if you dive deeper into the productivity in that time, I just was remarking earlier about what he did in 11 minutes against Arkansas Monticello here on Thursday night. He's as productive as anybody in the club. Burke Putnam moves right and splashes down an elbow jumper. Burke now with 7 points, and OBU wins a drought to pull within 4.
That shot was dead center. When he rises up with that nice arch, it's money.
Jalen Brooks to Tyler Garrett. Garrett out high to Jalen Brooks. Drives, pump fakes, got Stoddard in the air and lays it up and in. Jalen Brooks with 4. Can you imagine the driveway in Shreveport, Louisiana with Jalen and Devante in the games they used to have?
I'd just have to move the rim up another foot so they can be dunking all the time.
Halfway through the first half, 24-18 to score. Burke Putnam with it left side. Almost had to take it away from behind. Hands it to Jaquan, right of a screen. Jaquan bounces it down, let a 10 layup is good. Western was one of the screeners high left, and then they rolled him, but nobody accounted for it.
That was a great move by 10 because he fooled the Mule Riders. Like you said, he was up there toward the left elbow, and then he, right at the perfect timing, he rolled to the goal. Perfect one-handed bounce pass by Sims.
9:39 to play first half. The lead down to 4 as Dodge Brown is out for the first time, a sophomore from Commerce, Texas. He gets on the baseline, and a trap and a foul. Jason Aker is incredulous with that call as he went racing to the end of the bench. And that's number 1 on Justin Tent. And there is an injured Mule Rider on the court. And that was the Southern Arkansas player that was trapped on the baseline that precipitated the foul call. Andy Sharp is to midcourt. Now he turns his back and walks away as Wilcox with 2 fouls will come in. And it appears that it's Devante Brooks that was trapped. That may sound silly. We're sitting on the floor and can't see, but I'm telling you, when things happen to that corner of the floor, we have no ability to see because of the bench.
But you know what? If you don't tell people that, they still think you're a great caller.
No, I'm not. So Tyler Garrett will inbound. The pass hit by Sims all the way to the other end for the layup. It's a 2-point game. Sims with a steal of the bucket, 24-22.
You take that gamble when you make those long passes, especially great anticipators like Sims. He read that the whole way.
9:19 to play in the first half. OBU turning it up defensively. Right front court, Garrett leaves it left side. Brown drives, dribbles into Stoddard. Now it's doubled by Putnam. Out high it goes for Garrett. Angles through the paint, trying to bounce it for Harvey, and it's kicked.
Sims kicked that ball, but that's still a great play. Even though it's a violation, he almost had another steal. That's another defensive touch by Jaquan Sims. A steal and coast to coast. I mean, I'm a big Jaquan Sims fan.
Garrett and Harvey are out of the ball game. Chris Weiss will come in along with Blake Rogers for the Mule Riders. Devante Brooks handles an inbounds pass right side. They trapped the basketball. That was a point of emphasis in their shoot around before the game today. Brown fakes a pass, drives left, throws it up, and airballed it. That thing wasn't even close. Thompson up ahead left side. Sims with the basketball. A 3 would give OBU back the lead. They lob it to Stoddard, and he's pushed from behind. That was a late whistle, was the correct call. And that foul is against Ariri, and that's going to be his first.
Yeah, and that would be the lead official's call, and it came from the C official opposite side of the floor. That was the right call because that was a hard hit on Stoddard.
Burke Putnam to inbound the basketball. Needs to hurry. Tried to bounce it across the floor. Dodge Brown with a steal. 8:40 to play first half. Quarter left 3 on the way by Weiss. Too strong. Rebound underneath to Devante Brooks. Now to Brown, back to Weiss, spinning as he gets down to the low post, goes up one-handed, missed it short. Sims with the rebound. Jaquan back the other way, attacks, jump passes left wing. Burke Putnam turns to the 3, drives, throws up a runner and got it. Game is tied at 24 with just over 8 to play in the half.
How about the footwork? Angle left, Burke Putnam with the ball. Quick first step and the little floater.
This run has happened quickly. 2-12, 6 straight by OBU. 8 minutes to play in the half. Brooks goes to work left low post, steps in around Sims and Stoddard. And as he's on the way up, he is hacked. I think it's against Jaquan, it is, and that's his second. So Sims and Wilcox each with 2. 6-team foul against OBU. So the next Oklahoma Baptist foul will send Southern Arkansas to the free throw line. Devante Brooks will go to the line. He's 62% from the strike, 91 of 146. First foul shot is up, and it's no good. Devante with 4 points. He had 26 7 boards and a block. But these two teams played in Magnolia. That was on January the 24th, and SAU beat Oklahoma Baptist 71-63. Devante Brooks' second foul shot is up and good. So he gets 1 of 2 to break the tie, 25-24. Due for immediate timeout, the next dead ball. Putnam across midcourt with 7:51 to play in the half. Brantley Thompson drives baseline right. Backs it out to the wing in front of Andy Sharp. Now gets to the free throw line and goes to Burke Putnam. 7:40 to play first half. Putnam backs it over Dodge. Knocks it down. He had Dodge Brown on a skate on skates as he just probed in and hit that step back.
The body control by Putnam. He's dribbling hard, going to the top of the key, and then it just immediately puts on the brakes, rises up for the J.
Devante Brooks doubled, had it knocked free by Green, gets it back, lobs it out high. Between the circles with it is Ariri. He'll go to the goal against 10, lays it up, missed it short. 10 with a rebound, and they're going to call him for a travel.
I think Justin 10 had his left foot as a spin pivot, and he kept that pivot foot down.
Timeout, 7:15 to play first half. Southern Arkansas has it when we return. Bison lead by 1, 26-25 on Classic Hits KGFF.
Who do we look to shape our world? It'll be people who know how to think with their heads and their hearts. People who understand that faith is not the enemy of education, but its partner. More than book smart, more than business smart. They are wise in their whole being.
We are future shapers.
Learn to live well and lead well in God's world. Be a future shaper at OBU.
$7:15 to play inside the Noble Complex on Bison Hill and Shawnee. Oklahoma Baptist 26, Southern Arkansas 25. Game one of the books today, the middle game of the three-game conference opening set on the diamond. OBU falls 10-9. They had a big lead early, 5-0, 6-1. OBU has some things to figure out. They are now 4-5 of the season. Tyler Frank will try to salvage a win as he goes to the mound in the final game over at Arkadelphia.
You know, most of the time you want to say, let them guys shoot those outside three-pointers, but Aaron Lucas is 3 for 3, all three-pointers. You'd rather have him shoot the ball off the dribble.
This run has coincided with Aaron Lucas going to the bench with 2 fouls. Dodge Brown will inbound into midcourt stripe. Blake Rogers right of a screen. Now they roll the screener Brooks, who bounces it to right. And the shot's blocked up against the glass by Freeman. Holy Toledo, what a defensive play by the freshman.
DJ Freeman, his timing is impeccable. Getting that ball at the pinnacle with that left hand. It looked like it was going to be a throwdown dunk.
23rd block of the year, second of the day for OBU. Jack Pruitt with the other. The Bison now have 86 as a team. Follow a jumper, elbow right by Putnam, won't go. The tip off the mark, but a foul.
Looks like Freeman's going to get 2 free throws going to the floor there.
Yeah, but he hit his head. He was grabbing the back of it and rubbing it. The way we've had problems with concussions with the women, that makes you hold your breath.
What, he's got both hands on his head right now. You're exactly right. That does make you hold your breath. What an athlete, DJ Freeman. What a contributor, true freshman.
He's going to have to come out of the ball game after these free throws. Victor Ariri was called for the foul. That is his first personal foul. Correction, that's his second. Here's DJ's free throw. It's up and it's good. Freeman with 3 points. Had 5 points, 5 rebounds. So they went over UAM here Thursday night. 10 comes out. Trey Green comes out. As apparently Freeman's going to stay out there. Jack Pruitt is into the lineup.
What do you say about to make the wood softer than pine? I mean,
second free throw, nothing but net. He's 5. 28-25. Bison at a big run now of 10-1 over the last 3:42 of this first half. Dodge Brown left side to the high post. Devante Brooks back to Dodge, angles to the baseline, works it back to the wing, dumps it for Jalen Brooks, banging down, scoops it up, pivots around Freeman and lays it in.
See, all that contact, I have no problem with the no call, but is by Brooks putting his shoulder into the chest of Freeman. Freeman holding his ground.
The way it should be called. This is big boy basketball. Burke Putnam has it taken away from him. Brown saves it in up ahead to Brooks for the one-handed dunk. Just like that, 4 straight for the Mule Riders. They lead 29-28 with under 6 to play in the half.
And that's with Aaron Lucas on the bench.
Second and third point for Southern Arkansas off OBU turnovers. They've turned it over 5 times. Brantley Thompson, right side, trying to get to the corner. He's blocked. Jalen Brooks has his second personal foul. That's big because now Jalen and Aaron Lewis each with 2 fouls. And here comes Harry back into the lineup for the Bison.
There you go with the high cue of Brantley Thompson. Jalen Brooks, a very aggressive defender. He's all over him. Brantley Thompson has the step on Jalen Brooks, dribbles hard toward the baseline. Brooks called with the block. You get the free throws.
Pruitt comes out. Freeman comes out. First free throw by Thompson is home. OBU into the 1-and-1. Trey Greenwell will spell Burke Putnam on the floor. Justin Tint is back in the lineup for OBU. 29-29 our score. This to break the tie. Free throws up, and it's good. Brantley in his final home game has 2 points from the foul line. Both he and Harrison started in the top 12 all-time scoring in the career charts at Bison Hill. Bison lead it by a point. Left side, Archibald with the basketball. To Devante. Brooks slides right, hands it to Rogers. Down to Devante, goes right to left, throws it up, and was a little short. I think he thought he was closer than he was right to the paint.
Yeah, you probably see, well, I know you're going to see Brantley Thompson and Harrison Stoddard and that little Hall of Fame splash out there.
Down low, Stoddard with it, pulls it away from Brown, goes up and in. He'll get it and one. And here it comes. Andy Sharp is going to argue. And the official saying get back into the coach's box. The foul is against Dodge Brown. You want to talk about a huge mismatch, partner. How about Stoddard at the low post with Dodge? Now, I will tell you, I thought it was a continuation.
Yeah, it looked a little late. I think that is what is being debated by Sharp.
Stoddard's free throw, nothing but net. Bison 6 of 6 for the foul line. Here comes Putnam to replace Sims. OBU now leads it by 4 just like that. They have scored 5 straight after Southern Arkansas took a 29-28 lead.
But here's the rule. You know, it depends when the official calls it, too. He has a late whistle. It's the act of shooting. When a shooter is still in the act of shooting, it's going to be a shooting foul.
Jalen Brooks into the paint, pivots, goes up, misses it back rim, 10 the rebound. OBU by 4 with the basketball and under 5 to play in the first half. Brantley Thompson across midcourt, left to right, looks over his shoulder. Back at Jason Aker. Bounces it offline. Green runs it down wing right. Stoddard over the top to 10 and lays it in. Andy Sharp wants a timeout. Bison have scored 7 straight, and they lead it by 6, 35-29. 4:40 to play in the first half. This is Oklahoma Baptist basketball on KGFF.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests and our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Bison on a big run, and Southern Arkansas ends it with a Tyler Garrett 3 for the right circle. Tyler has hit 3 threes, as has Aaron Lucas, who remains over there on the bench with 2 fouls. 4:19 to play in the half. It's 35-32.
That's 18 points between both of those guys.
Thompson squares, misfires for the left elbow. But he's going to the line. He was hacked by his opposite number of 10 for the Mule Runners. That's Tyler Garrett.
I was talking earlier, you talked about those top 12 scoring, Stoddard and Thompson. That little flashing board out in the narthex is going to be Stoddard and Thompson's going to pop up every now and then.
First free throw is good. Brantley will get one more. There's been great duos. Scott, you know that for the history of Bison basketball, but the duo of number 10 and number 20 for this era of basketball going to be one of the best. Second one rolls off, no good. OBU's lead remains 4. First miss at 8 free throw tries today by the Bison. 4:04 to play opening half, 36-32. Jalen Brooks out front, Archibald. Archibald moves left, bounces it for Devante Brooks. Back to Archibald against the zone, swings it right. Garrett's three, no good. Rebound underneath, controlled by Archibald. Goes up, there was contact with the ball. Somebody may have gotten a piece of that. 10 has it to Thompson. Up ahead to Wilcox. Kicks it out left wing to Burke. Putnam through the paint, to the goal. Layup is good.
Wow. Great pass by Wilcox. He's still in the air, doesn't even hit the ground. Gets it to Burke where he can do his work with the footwork.
38-32 Bison, 3:12 to play here in the first half. Rogers a handoff out front. Veers top of the circle. Stoddard is on him. He steps inside the arc. He misses that one. Wilcox went over Brooks' back. Has the rebound, and then Jalen got underneath him and undercut him, and that's going to cost Jalen Brooks his third personal foul.
Well, Wilcox leaps so high, snags that out of the air, knowing that the Mule Rider's below him. He's so strong with the ball and kind of turns his body as he comes down to pick up that foul.
Correction, that's the second on Jalen Brooks. Timeout.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain... And then there's the sauce that just gives you a little bit of... And the cheese, it's the exact right amount of... It's almost too hard to put it into... Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Nigel Wilcox will be at the foul line after the 10th foul of the half against Southern Arkansas. Again, the second, not the third on Jalen Brooks. Nigel free throw this year is 70%. Looking for his first point. Wilcox had a really nice game when these two played. An 8-point Bison loss in Magnolia in January. And he's short of the first free throw. OBU made their first 6. They've now made one of their last 3 for the Stripe. The lead is 6. Bison have hit 5 of their last 6. Southern Arkansas 1 of their last 6. Second Wilcox free throw in and out, and almost came back in off the glass, and then 10 goes over Brooks' back and commits the foul. So that could be a 4-point swing right there, Scott, if Devante Brooks hits both ends of the 1-and-1.
You know, there's no doubt that 10, he does like to reach over sometimes, but the way they've been calling, that was a soft through the back call there.
Trey Green comes into the ball game, and see, I think it's just as it is. 10 that comes out of the ball game. That was number 2 on 10. Number 7 against OBU. So Devante Brooks, who missed the first of 2 free throws and made the back end of a 2-shot foul earlier, will try to get a second free throw here. His team down 6. Left-hander's free throw is up, and it's short. And the rebound to OBU. Freeman went to the floor. They're calling for a travel.
Boy, the OBU bench wants a foul.
38-32 Bison with 3:16 to play in the first half. Tyler Garrett will throw it in. Lobs it top of the key to Rogers as goes to the rim. The shot was blocked. Gets it back. Stoddard blocks it. And then Thompson couldn't quite save it back in bounds.
How about the defense there? Trey Green, as always, on the penetration, punches that ball out loose so the dribbler can't get a handle on it. So he's off balance, throws it up, and Stoddard with the left hand knocks it out of bounds.
Victor Ariri will inbound the basketball. 38-32. Brooks with it right side. Devante to Blake Rogers. Out between the rings, it's Tyler Garrett. Brantley Thompson is on him. And a whistle and a foul against the Bison. So we'll have free throws for Southern Arkansas. They have called the foul away for the basketball against Stoddard. That's his first.
Yeah, that's a good call, seeing that Stoddard had one arm bar in the back of Brooks and just shoved a little too hard. Brooks might have overacted to kind of sell it.
Devante missed the front end of a 1-and-1 earlier this possession. They go there again. Spins the basketball. Left-hander's free throws up, and it's good. Looked like he was going to miss it off to the right. Then it hit the back of the rim and found the bottom of the tin, or cup.
Well, you have that backwards rotation, and it's soft enough. Good shooter. They call that the shooter's touch.
Second free throw on the way, and he got them both. So the lead is down to 4, 38-34 with 3:02 to play before halftime. McIntyre Law halftime review coming up very shortly here on the Bison Sports Network. Left side, Burke Putnam. He'll cross over, goes to work in the paint, throws up a floater and knocks it down. He's got 15, does Burke.
Well, I tell you, that's smart play on the offense by the Bison coaching staff.
Brooks on a screen and roll, gets it, goes back door up and under, he missed it, and Freeman with a rebound.
They just pull everybody down low, make an isolation for Burke Putnam.
40-34, Oklahoma Baptist, 2:26 to play first half. Putnam with it right front on a stationary dribble. Green reverses to Thompson for three, it's short. Rebound poked out, Thompson has it to stop it for the layup.
Those quick passes make those easy layups for Stoddard. Great pass by Brantley Thompson.
Stoddard with 6 from the floor, 8 for the ball game. The lead is the biggest for Oklahoma Baptist of 8, 42-34. Ariri with it, pushes off as he sent Freeman moving backwards, and Victor now has turned it over on his third personal.
Yeah, Irichi right in the back of the Bison defender, just knocked him down the lane. Great call by the C official.
Timeout, 2:03 to play first half. Bison 42, Mule Riders 34. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here and remind you that ShopOVUBison.com is your home for the very best and officially licensed Bison apparel from brands like Adidas, Callaway Golf, Columbia, and Under Armour. Visit ShopOVUBison.com today. Take advantage of fast shipping and industry-leading customer service. ShopOVUBison.com, the official online store of Oklahoma Baptist Athletics. By the way, what nice invocations given before both the men's and women's games tonight for the first family of OVU. Jill Thomas and Dr. Heath Thomas before the men's game. How fortunate is Bison faithful to be led in this journey at this university by that couple.
And they're here at almost every home game, and they've got a busy schedule.
Dr. Thomas has been a big supporter of athletics. Thompson with it left wing, angles back to the right side with 1:51 to play in the first half. Burke Putnam trying to probe his way in. Good defense by Archibald. Now it's Stoddard, his three left circle back rings. Rebound is run down by Ariri. He stays out there with those 3 fouls. Into the front court, Archibald. They back off. He turns for the jumper. Instead feeds it down low to Brooks. Devante turns. Left-handed shot, no good. It was in the cylinders and rattled out. Freeman, another rebound, and OVU continues to dominate the glass.
Well, Stoddard in Brooks's face, that caused that ball just to make the shot that much tougher.
Stoddard for 3 again, same spot. In and out and almost back it off the window. Archibald has it. Outlets up the right side for Tyler Garrett. Garrett cut off of the right block to Archibald. Straight on, got the 3.
Yeah, Archibald, they just collapsed the defense from down low on that kick out. Archibald wide open. Brantley Thompson did everything he could to try to challenge that shot, but too much ground to cover.
Under a minute to play in the first half. That bucket, the first of the day by Archibald, cuts the deficit down to 5. 42-37, and Putnam is going to be fouled by Archibald at the other end. Well, it's obvious that Ty Archibald cannot stay with Burke Putnam. So 2 shots upcoming for Burke. And by the way, Andy Sharp playing it very, very close to the vest, not risking that 3rd foul on Aaron Lucas.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anybody who can stick with Burke Putnam.
First free throw rattles home. Burke's first trip to the line, his 16th point. Stoddard will check out of the ball game. Jack Pruitt comes in off the Bison bench with just under 51 seconds to play here in the first half.
Remember like early January where he was a little bit under the weather or something? I think he shook all that off Burke Putnam.
It seemed like, and you and I talked about it a lot, he was having trouble getting over that too.
Yeah, it just
lingered for a while.
Yeah, like his eyes were tired, but I think he's good to go.
Second free throw is good, and then a foul at the other end. OBU had knocked it away. Freeman, he was about to probably dunk it to the other end, but they called DJ for the foul. Jason Aker, who is wringing wet with perspiration and a fistful of papers, his call sheet, barking at the officials. Tyler Garrett will shoot free throws. He's 83%. First one is up and good. Tyler Garrett with his 10th point. Not bad for a guy that comes in averaging 4 points a game and only had 2 rebounds and an assist in Thursday night's win at Bethany over SMU 71-68. Second free throw is up, nothing but net. Boy, he puts a lot of arch, and that thing comes down and hardly even moves to that. 44-39 OBU.
Yep, you get the biggest part of the rim will open up. The higher the arc, it gets narrow, the flatter the shot.
Difference of 12 of the shot game clock, under a half minute to play. Putnam with it, left side, goes to work in the paint, spins, lost his footing, and that'll be a travel. Well, they're going to call him for a double dribble. It's a turnover nonetheless, and that's the 7th for OBU.
Now, Jack Pruitt went in hard up the left baseline. He just kind of lost his footing there near the left block.
OBU still leading the glass. Southern Arkansas has tightened it up a little bit. It's 20-15 Bison. 12 seconds to play in the first half. Andy Sharp has to like the way that his team has stayed close without Aaron Lucas here in the first half. Garrett with 5 seconds to play. Top of the key, Chris Watts. Dribbles, kicks it left corner. Moving right, really, he'll fire at the buzzer. It's an air ball. And I don't think... Next Thursday in Durant, weather permitting. And then a week from today at East Central in Ada. The win today at OBU would be inching closer to a regular season title. Would be their first full conference tournament championship or regular season title after they won the division here last year. Brantley Thompson hands it off to Jaquan Sims. Went away in the second half. Shot clock down under 15. Sims with it right side to Burke Putnam. Putnam drives, bounces for Stoddard, who tried to get a pass out. It's deflected, and Lucas has it. OBU turns it over for the 8th time today with 19.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Lucas played less than 10 minutes of the first half. They cut Brooks' back door, and Rogers finds him for the layup.
Boy, perfect cut by Brooks. He gets there. Not only does he cut underneath the basket, he gets underneath the restricted area and then boxes out the defender so he gets the layup.
Tyler, Garrett, and Brooks now tied with 11 apiece as Wilcox stays cold, miss it out high. Southern Arkansas with a rebound, down 3. They trailed by as many as 8 in the first half late. Brooks steps around the defender, kicks it right side. Rogers 3, no good. Putnam tips the rebound away from Sims. It's off Jaquan's leg. Brooks has it to Lucas. Cross courts it. Running off the three-point arc is Tyler Garrett. Garrett now loops it down low for Devante. Brooks goes up, and Wilcox has just picked up his 3rd personal.
And Wilcox is limping down on the baseline. It looks like he doesn't do that very often. I hope he's okay.
3rd foul against Nigel. 1st team foul against Oklahoma Baptist. And Wilcox, who, as you mentioned, was a little bit gimpy, is going to come out after this first free throw from Devante Brooks as Justin Tinn is reported into midcourt.
You know, you always talk about the speed of the game, and that's a good rule that was implemented a few years ago. There's no substitutions on a two-shot foul till the second shot.
Devante misses the first. He has made 3 of his 6 for the line. Has 11 points, including the first basket of the second half for Southern Arkansas.
So that's amazing how many minutes can be shaved off by a rule like that where you don't have people coming off the bench between now and every shot.
Second one by Devante is up and good. He has 12, and it's a 3-0 start with the Mule Riders to start the final half. 44-42, 18-29 to play here from Shawnee. Sims with it, attacks left, goes to the block. Cross courts at Brantley's 3 right corner, no good. 10 had his hands on the rebound, and Jalen Brooks knocks it away and has it walking a tightrope on the baseline. To Lucas up ahead, left side, Blake Rogers. Rogers to Brooks around 10 to the goal for the layup. Game is tied at 44, and whatever Andy Sharp said at halftime, he might want a bottle.
Good ball fake by Brooks. Over on the left side, puts the ball on the floor, gets in the rim.
Putnam for 3 over Lucas, won't go. 10 back taps it out to Stoddard, back to Burke. Putnam around Lucas to the goal. He was challenged by Devante Brooks. And he's fouled, and Burke may have gotten poked in an eye. Looks like he's blinking his eyes real hard as he lays on his back on the baseline.
Yeah, I see blood. That's not good. He's going to have to come out for a blood timeout to wipe that off unless Walter, the trainer, gets that cleaned up right now.
Devante with his second. Yeah, it looks like there's a cut maybe to the right of his right eye, and it started to bleed. So Walter Wright is out there, and he is attending to Burke Putnam. They'll give him just a few minutes to get this thing taken care of. If not, Jason Aker will have to pick a shooter to come in and shoot the free throws for Putnam.
That's exactly right, Todd. Good call. You could be an official, and that's what the official's coming over to tell him. You might have to pick a guy if the bleeding doesn't stop. And Burke Putnam is holding the pad up against his right side of his cheek.
They do have him setting up now. Coach Akers saying something to the official. I'm not certain what that means. I didn't quite understand, I guess. He said something about if he's bleeding.
Yeah, he's got to come out, and by rule you do.
That's what I thought.
Unless you bandage it up and there's no blood on the shirt or anywhere. You know, that's been a rule that's been changed for over 10 years now, where people, to spread sickness and stuff, any kind of blood, that's really a touchy thing. No blood on the floor, no blood on the jersey, no blood on the skin.
Walter and Lauren both out there, the trainers for Oklahoma Baptist. And Jason Aker is wanting Burke to shoot the free throws. Aker is saying, I didn't tell the trainer to come out. The official said, I'm sorry, he did.
Yep, and that is the rule. The trainer comes out, there has to be a sub for that player.
So Trey Green will come in, and we'll see who they choose to shoot the free throws. We're tied at 44 with 18:01 to play in the second half.
But there is one caveat to that. If Jason Ager, sometimes if you take a timeout, he could stay. But you can't have a dead timeout without taking a timeout for an injury like that without the player coming off.
Bison have 3 timeouts. Southern Arkansas has 2 remaining, so Trey Green will come off the bench. This is a tough situation. You're over there cold. You have to shoot 2 free throws. Jason Aker is still barking.
He's going to have to relax a little bit. The official just telling him what the rule is, and that's what he's doing.
Trey is 71% for the foul line, and the first one is good.
And he told the official, well, I didn't tell the trainer to go out, but that's your bench, Coach. He's responsible for your bench.
Yep, the officials are right in this one. Here's Trey Green's second free throw, and that one is on the way and good. 46-44 with under 18 minutes to play in the second half. OBU in a battle to remain in first place in the conference like it is every single night. Lucas hands it off to Rogers between the circles. Tyler Garrett. Starting 5 out there for Southern Arkansas. They lob it over the top. Brooks missed the tip. OBU unable to get the rebound. Jalen Brooks into the paint. Pivots, goes to Rogers. He'll slide down the paint and travel.
Boy, Bison clogged up the lane, made it tough for the Mule Riders to shoot, caused a travel.
So Trey Green will inbound. Green along with Stoddart, Thompson, 10, and Sims out there on the floor as they continue to attend at the end of the Bison bench to Burke Putnam, and a bad pass from Sims. Threw it right to Aaron Lucas. Into the front court he goes. Right side Rogers. Back to Aaron. Into the paint. Dumps it down low on the two-handed slam by Jalen Brooks.
Wow, that penetration just made the defense collapse. Nice underhand pass to Brooks for the dunk.
Game tied at 46. We played 3 minutes here in the second half, and so far it's been all Mule Riders. Bison have just 2 points in 3 minutes, those from the foul line. Sims into the paint to 10 to Trey Green left wing. Back to Justin for 3. It's an air ball. And this offense right now, partner, is just out of sorts.
Well, you know, hesitation. We talk about guys, you see like Burke Putnam, he gets it in his eyes where he's going to score. Well, you hesitate on the shot sometimes. Should I shoot this 3 or not? That's where Justin 10 got caught and he airballs it.
Stoddard is out. Freeman is in. Game tied at 46. Southern Arkansas, their biggest lead came very early. In fact, in the first 9 minutes of the ball game by 8. OBU's been in control primarily from that point forward. Underneath with it is Devante Brooks. Goes up with a left-handed hook. Missed it. Jalen Brooks with a follow foul. Too much standing around at the cost of foul on Trey Green. That's his first.
Well, Justin 10 initially great defense against Devante Brooks with that little left-handed baby hook. He's up against his body, straight up, made it a tough shot for Brooks, was the miss, so somebody else has got to come down and rebound.
Last 2 years, this has been a terrific, terrific series. They weren't scheduled to play last year, but did play in the conference semifinals, a win by SAU here, as Jalen Brooks misses short of the first free throw. This to break the 46-46 tie. It's on the way, and that one is no good. 10 had the rebound tip, but stays with it. OBU, a chance to retake the lead. Trey Green down low to Freeman, tipped away by Jalen Brooks out of bounds.
Boy, that wasn't open. That was rare. Trey Green tried to hit it. Jalen Brooks right there with the hand out and almost caught that.
46 apiece, 16 and a half to play, second half. OBU has 4 points since leading by 5 at halftime. Out of the game comes Blake Rogers, and checking in is going to be Archibald. The entry pass tipped and stolen away.
These Brooks brothers, there's something jumping up. That's a hard interception. A good passer by Jay Green, but Jalen Brooks got up high to pick that pass off.
Aaron Lucas backs it out near the midcourt stripe with 14 to shoot. High post left with a basketball. Devante Brooks bounces it back to Aaron Lucas against Thompson. Archibald for three. Air ball at top of the circle. Underneath it's Brooks. Get that block, and they called a foul.
Boy, it looked like a clean block, but maybe a piece of the wrist. Hard to tell from here. But that's what happens. Those second chance opportunities, bad things happen.
Second foul against DJ Brown. Rebounds all of a sudden are even at 22. Offensive rebound, Southern Arkansas with a one-board edge after the Bison had hammered the Mule Riders in the first 10 or 12 minutes on the glass. Jalen Brooks missed both at the foul line a moment ago, and he misses that one. Brooks is just a 59% free throw shooter. Southern Arkansas 69% foul shooting team. Here comes Burke back into the ball game with that bandage over the cut near his right eye. 10 comes out, and also in for Oklahoma Baptist is Nigel Wilcox with 3 fouls. Brooks' second free throw good. He has 9 points, and that breaks the tie. Mule Riders 47, Oklahoma Baptist 46. Due for immediate timeout at the next dead ball. Putnam to Green, way out front, right forecourt. Trey pivots, goes to Freeman, back to Green, right side. Green bumped and knocked to the floor by Jalen Brooks. He didn't mean to, but that's number 3 on Brooks.
Well, Trey Green got Brooks in a dilemma there. As soon as he dribbled left-handed hard toward the middle of the floor, Brooks already committed, so he drew that foul. Great play by Trey Green.
15:52 to play, second half. Southern Arkansas 47, Oklahoma Baptist 46. This is Bison basketball on KGFF.
Are Whataburger stickers. Proof that everything you dream up for your 100% fresh beef Whataburger is right under the bun. So go wild, burger lover. Avocado, jalapenos, and no onions. Wait, avocado grilled jalapenos. Oh, and bacon and creamy pepper sauce. However you dream it, we'll make it. Whataburger, just like you like it. Are Whataburger stickers. Proof that everything you dream up for your 100% fresh beef Whataburger is right under the bun. So go wild, burger lover. Avocado, jalapenos, and no onions. Wait, avocado grilled jalapenos. Oh, and bacon and creamy pepper sauce. However you dream it, we'll make it. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Oklahoma Baptist Bison basketball brought to you by the First National Bank and Trust Company, SSM Health, St. Anthony Hospital, Shawnee, by McIntyre Law, and shopobubison.com. Thompson to Wilcox, top of the circle. Nigel pump fakes, moves left. Brooks is out there with him. Now it's Burke. Putnam dances, backs it out. 3 on the way, short. Rebound to Thompson, knocked away. Bodies on the floor. Who has it? Jalen Brooks, and then Brantley rips it out of his hands. To Trey Green, back to Burke Putnam. Shot clock down to 14. Jason Aker telling Burke Putnam to shoot the ball. He does. Steps inside the arc and knocks it down. Then he turns and says something to Jay.
That was a good play call by Jason Aker.
48-47. Aaron Lucas, left side. Jalen Brooks down the paint. He goes. Challenged at the rim, and it was blocked. Either Freeman or Wilcox got a piece of it. Burke out and running to the goal. The Freeman juggles it, goes back door, and a foul before the floor. A shot on the floor against Southern Arkansas.
It's on Archibald.
That's number 2 on Ty as a team number 3 against the Mule Riders. Scott, I know you weren't there for the game in Magnolia, but I can tell you this is a very similar start that OBU had to end up costing them on the road. Green to inbound, left quarter, Brantley Thompson. Foul line left, Wilcox from 14. He's short, barely hit the front of the rim. Devante Brooks with a rebound, left side to Lucas, into the front court. Right of a Devante screen, he'll step into a 3. That one back rims. Jalen Brooks with a rebound, saves it in bounds, but Brantley Thompson knocks it away from Garrett and slams it on the floor. Picked up by Putnam all the way to the goal. Left-handed layup is no good. Archibald with the miss. Ty weaves his way to the front court, kicks it left side. Garrett thought about a three, drives, loops it for Jalen Brooks to the baseline. He goes to work against Freeman, muscles up. Good defense by DJ, forced him into an errant miss.
Outstanding defense, held his ground because Jalen Brooks just puts his shoulder into him. No offensive foul call.
48-47, Oklahoma Baptist handoff to Thompson for three, no good. Wilcox tips the rebound out. Putnam knocks it away. It goes to Freeman. He slams it home. Holy Toledo. How about the teamwork there?
That was against Devante Brooks. Freeman can jump so high, and he looks slender, but he's very strong. That was a flop.
Then Nigel Wilcox on the flop from Aaron Brooks just picked up his fourth foul.
Yeah, all Aaron Lucas did was dribble left at midcourt, and then when Wilcox was close to him, plays his head back like he was hurt.
Nigel grumbling to himself. He's 0-3 shooting, has not gotten into a rhythm in 10 minutes because of fouls, and now he's done for a while. 13:59 to play, second half. OBU has scored 4 straight to grab a 3-point lead after Southern Arkansas taking their first lead here in the second half. Brooks through the top of the key, whips it right. That's Weiss. Back to Brooks. Comes to a jump stop of the paint, goes up and scores.
That ball hit a lot of rim to go in. I kind of rather have him do that, and Putnam got him off the three-point line.
All Andy Sharp and Jason Aker have to do is let Lucas and Putnam go to work. They can get you buckets. 10 hands it off left side. Brantley Thompson, he throws it away. Looking for Justin 10 to the screen and roll.
Well, Brantley threw that a little early. He's such a great passer. That time he should have waited just a hair, let 10 turn his head because he had his back to Brantley Thompson.
Jason continued to work the officials as Lucas will walk it left to right across your dial into the front court. Ty Archibald with a behind-the-back dribble on the back, guarded by Trey Green to Lucas for three. He's missed 2 in a row. Mule Riders, though, surround the loose basketball, and Jalen Brooks has it. Back to Aaron Lucas, turns the corner, floats it left. Brooks, extra pass to Archibald, wing left for three, in and out. Brooks tips the miss, up and in. That guy is just a bundle full of injury. He was everywhere on that possession.
Yeah, Jalen Brooks was actually at the free throw line. He saw the three-pointer by Archibald. He timed it perfectly and just had that tip in without hitting the ground.
51-50, Southern Arkansas's answer with 4 straight. Putnam into the paint, and Weiss commits the foul. Chris Weiss, the junior from Elgin, Texas, with his first. 4th against Southern Ark.
Yeah, Andy Sharp, he was calling for a jump ball. I think Weiss had that ball clean up top. It must have been a body foul low.
Burke's first free throw is up and good. He's 3 of 3. Putnam now with 20 points. He averages 20.4. Sims will get up and get into the ball game. Stoddard has come back. Game tied at 51. Brantley's going to come out of the ball game. Now comes Victor Ariri comes in. He has 3 fouls. Jalen Brooks started to come out. Now it's going to be his brother Devante that checks out.
Well, at least we get rid of one of them, huh?
We will after this season, thank goodness. Putnam hits both. 52-51 Oklahoma Baptist. That's meant as a compliment. Those two are terrific players. 12.5 to play, second half, 52-51. Lucas to Archibald, right side, guarded by Trey Green. Moves left to the hard screen. Archibald with it, right baseline to rear. Crosses over, works to the block, goes up over Stoddard, missed it, and 10 has the rebound and a foul. Boy, that was a man rebound by Justin 10. And Ariri, maybe frustrated off the miss, commits his 4th.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. A man, I would go almost a beast rebound. For Justin 10, he chins it hard. The only way Ariri can loosen that ball is to hit him over the shoulder.
How about a beastly man rebound?
He's a big man.
52-51, 12-12 to play second half. Putnam into the paint, over 2 defenders, including his own player, misses the runner. SAU with a rebound. Brooks into the paint, kicks it left side. Archibald for 3, no good. Rebound to Green. OBU preserves a 1-point lead with under 12 to play here inside the Noble Complex, where the Bison are 11-1 this season.
Missed opportunity for the Mule Riders. They had 5 on 3 on that transition with 2 Bison down here on the floor.
Putnam left side. They work it to 10, kicks it out. Sims, quarter left 3, block. Justin tips it out. Burke Putnam has it. Floater in the paint. It's good.
Did you see Putnam when he got that offensive rebound? He's in the air and then moves his body to the left away from the defender for the open shot.
There goes that bad man again.
Yeah.
54-51, and Putnam with the steal. 2-on-1 with Stoddard. Bounces to Harry. Layup and score.
That's perfect. 2-on-1. You know, Burke Putnam can see Harry coming out of his peripheral on the right side. The defender just has to read Burke Putnam. Putnam, perfect bounce pass.
56-51 OBU at the 11-10 mark of the first half, and a touch-me foul by Green at the other end, gambling for a steal. Trey has his second, and that's the 5th against OBU. That takes us to the under 12 media timeout. 11:08 to play in Shawnee. OBU with the lead. Back after these messages on Classic Hits, KGFF.
We can't walk in your shoes or work right beside you, but we can be here for you in money, in life. We get it. We're on this path together, you and TFCU, Tinker Federal Credit Union.
Devante Brooks has returned to the lineup. Connor Harvey is in for the Mule Riders as well on the backside of the under 12 media timeout. 11:08 to play. OBU trailed a moment ago. They're on a 7-0 run thanks to Burke Putnam. 56-51 the score. The scoring run for the Bison, a little less than 2 minutes, 1:51. Connor Harvey is going to replace Jalen Brooks on a throw-in. Weiss and Harvey, the only two non-starters out there right now for Andy Sharp's club. Jalen Brooks on a handoff to Aaron Lucas. Two of the three best point guards of the conference going at it. The other, of course, Adam Dworsky of Southeastern. Right side, Lucas bounces it for Devante Brooks, and Stoddard blocked the shot. The rebound saved it back. Weiss saved it, but threw it right to Trey Green. Harrison Stoddard, another block.
Give it up to Trey Green. He doesn't give. He knows there's only one blue shirt over there, so he kind of shadows them. When the Mule Riders trying to save it out of bounds, he jumps in front of him for the steal. Great heads-up play.
To Sims, back to Jaquan, right wing, now to 10. It's through his hands. Picked up by Lucas to the goal. Cut off now by Putnam. Circles left, gets it to Weiss for three. It's short. Green with a rebound, and OBU dodges a huge bullet right there after giving it up on the 11th turnover. Putnam ran over Harvey, and Harvey was not set. It's going to be a block.
Well, that's who you want shooting was Chris Weiss. He's 0 for 4 today from the field.
Weiss is just he's a 52% field goal shooter and 50% from three, but as Scott just told you, he's been ice cold today as Tin will check out and Brantley comes in. So small lineup out there with the floor right now for Jason Akers' club. Stoddard is the tallest player on the floor at 6'7". Brantley gets a lob right side. Down to Burke Putnam. If you're watching and listening, you can see the Band-Aid over the cut on the right side of his head. Stoddard against Devante Brooks, pivots for the left block, goes to Sims in the corner to Green for three out front. It barely hit the front of the rim. And the rebound out of bounds. Possession will go back to Southern Arkansas. 56-51 the score.
A lot of time left, Todd. Just under 10 minutes. So hopefully the Bison put together a huge run here, try to put these Mule Riders away.
9:55 to go. Aaron Lucas with it across midcourt. Another tight game between these two. It was a one-possession game last year, the conference semifinals. Lucas for three left wing, rolls off. He has started to cool after hitting his first three from long distance.
Yeah, and Burke Putnam let him go there. I thought Putnam was going to come out and challenge. He just kind of dared him and gave Lucas some space, and it worked out.
9.5 minutes to play, 56-51 Oklahoma Baptist. Burke a deep three, back rims it. Brooks with a rebound. He was on the end of the Bison out high. Southern Arkansas wants to run. OBU gets back. Lucas through the paint left to right around Putnam. The shot was short. Rebound to OBU. Putnam 1-on-2 to the goal. Layup is good.
Oh, man. Burt Putnam's right-handed. He keeps flipping, going to the left side, fakes to the right, then with the left hand off the board.
58-51, 9 minutes to play. 5-2 Henderson State. That game of the fifth. It's a 7-in game over at Arkadelphia. So the nationally ranked Reddies and threatening to sweep Oklahoma Baptist to start the conference schedule as Thompson calls for a foul against Weiss.
Aker didn't like it. It did look like Brantley Thompson just hit the ball.
Jason will bring Justin 10 into the lineup. And they'll put a little more size out there as Trey Green will come out. Green had a really nice stretch run out there.
Oh, great play. That was a huge. That's why you never give up on the ball. When you see the ball going out of bounds, that's when you want to attack because you know they've got to save it.
Lucas bounces it low for Brooks. It's deflected, picked up by Brantley Thompson. Turnover number 13 for the Mule Runners. Burke Putnam into the paint around Lucas. Scoops it up. Shot wouldn't drop. Rebound tipped off the glass. Puts it up and in.
Boy, that's an and one. That's getting hit in the face and the chest. And you talk about the beast of a man, Justin 10. Just that strength falling away. Great play.
9 rebounds for Justin, 8 points. He's closing in a double-double. Bison by 9. Left corner wide. No good. Devante Brooks with a rebound. Trapped to the baseline. Sims knocks it free. It caroms to Connor Harvey. The redshirt freshman lobs it to Brooks, who goes up, lost the handle. Devante gets it back. Right wing, Connor Harvey for 3. Got it.
Wow, that was a long 3 from the right wing, about 4.5 feet behind the line.
Harvey did not play in the game in Magnolia. Had 2 points to start this road trip Thursday night. Gets his first basket here. And that was a big one for Southern Arkansas. 60-54. SAU had been scoreless for the last 4:27 before that basket. Brantley Thompson, right side, starter top of the key. Bounces it back door to Sims, corner right. Thompson pump fakes, gets Harvey in the air. Now it's Sims to Putnam. He drives around. Look at that! Oh my goodness! The one-handed spike and one for Burke.
Wow, what a throwdown. Jaquan Sims passes up on the 3-point play, and he underhands it to Burke Putnam at the top of the key. How did he get his arm up so high for that dunk?
Brooks picks up his third. Time out of the floor, 7:33 to play. A vicious thrust to the cup by Burke Putnam. OBU leads at 62-54 on Classic Hits KGFF. Okay.
Attorney Jordan Klinger at McIntyre Law. Recently, the FDA requested manufacturers withdraw ranitidine drugs commonly known as Zantac. Zantac has been found to potentially cause cancer in the bladder, colon, throat, nasal cavity, kidneys, liver, lungs, pancreas, prostate, stomach, and testicular cancer. If you have taken Zantac, you may be entitled to compensation.
Call us at 405-917-5200 or visit us online at McIntyreLaw.com. Download our new app today.
A vicious one-handed throwdown by Burke Putnam sends us into the under 8 media timeout as Devante Brooks committed to the foul, and now Burke Putnam will go to the free throw line. This may be Burke's final game of his senior season on senior day, and he hits the free throw. He has 28 points. Bison opened back a 9-point lead. That equals their biggest of the contest. They led a moment ago, or led the first half by 8. Devante Brooks, Jalen Brooks through the top of the circle. Lucas lobs it down low. Brooks backing down, hits the hook shot and one. Justin 10 has his third personal foul.
Well, it looked like Justin was straight up and down. He doesn't like that. Devante Brooks banging in with that left shoulder, very physical, just clearing him out there. I'd like a no call on that.
Devante now must capitalize at the free throw line where he's 50% today, and once you know he hits that one. 63-57, and here comes Nigel Wilcox back into the ball game for big Justin 10. Nigel with those 4 fouls, and I'll tell you, because Wilcox has not been able to do much because of the foul problems, Justin 10's contributions today have been huge.
Outstanding minutes again and again by Justin 10.
Putnam around Harvey into the paint, jump stops, goes up. Big block that time by Jalen Brooks. Right out to Jaquan Sims of the Bison Loco. Quarter right with it is Thompson against the zone. They whip it left. 3 on the way by Sims is short. Rebound tipped up. And finally, Devante Brooks has it off the hardwood for Southern Arkansas to Aaron Lucas. Lucas into the front court left. Cross court to the right side. Blake Rogers, Harvey, down low Devante Brooks. They collapse on him with the right block. Bounces at the right quarter. Harvey's 3 skips off. Jalen Brooks with Wilcox tie each other up. And there's the strength of Jalen Brooks. He just threw Nigel Wilcox to the jump ball on the floor.
Well, Wilcox was fighting after the whistle. No problem with that. Outstanding hustle because the official already signaled jump ball. And then when his momentum carried him toward the stands, he hit the hardwood.
DJ Freeman replaces Stoddard out the floor. 63-57, 6:34 to play. And before they inbound, they're going to put the shot clock at 16. I'll tell you what, when you play these guys, it is a war.
There's some talent. There's so much talent throughout this league. It's just such great basketball.
I've said they have as good, if not better, talent in the starting lineup than anybody else in the conference. I mean, Southern
you're all over.
Really, really good.
There's no doubt about it. You have an Aaron Lucas who can bomb from 7 feet behind the line. Then you got the Brooks brothers that can play inside, outside, have good speed. It's just such a physical game. Great job by Andy Sharp.
4 starters in double figures. Left front court with it is Devante Brooks. Hands it off to Blake Rogers to Aaron Lucas. Shot clock approaching 10 seconds for Southern Arkansas. Lucas moves left, now back right, cross courts it. On the wing is Garrett looking for Brooks. Steps through 2 defenders, throws it up, missed it. Follow shot by Jalen Brooks. No, but he's fouled.
It's going to be 4 on Wilcox. Nope.
It's on DJ Freeman. That's his 3rd. So I'd like to know of those 7 fouls between Freeman and Wilcox, how many have come when OBU did not get the initial shot miss.
And you know what? There's great help by the guard, Brantley Thompson, dropping down on the post on Jalen Brooks. He almost dug that ball out, but Brooks' hands are so strong, he recovered with the basket and then got up for the shot.
OBU has lost 2 straight of the series. First foul shot, no good by Jalen Brooks, who that miss falls to 1 of 7 free throw shooting. Bison have been bedeviled by the Mule Riders since joining the Great American Conference. SAU has won 9 of the 12, again including 2 straight. Last year here in shot 8. Foul shot, back rims, goes high in the air and finds the bottom. Big free throw there, reduces it to a 5-point game with 6:13 to play. 63-58 Oklahoma Baptist at the Noble Complex. They are 9-1 in conference. They'll have a chance next Thursday night to avenge that only loss down to Durant. Left corner with it is Jaquan Sims. Back to Burke Putnam out front. SAU in that 2-3 zone. Thompson with it, top of the key. Now to Burke, foul on extended right wing to Freeman, elbow right. Freeman dances, 4 to shoot. Putnam behind the back dribble. Jab steps, backs it out, fires the 3 and he hit it. Are you kidding me?
Wow. You have that throwdown, so you've got to respect the dribble. What does Putnam do? He has that big step back for the 3, unstoppable.
Hand off, Garrett, left wing, top of the key, Blake Rogers. Over the top to Brooks. Leans in against Freeman and lays it in. Tell you what this game reminds me of. The Arkansas Tech game here a couple of weeks ago. That left Mark Downey, the head coach of Tech, saying, well, the difference was we didn't have Burke Putnam.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And right there, Devante Brooks has the perfect angle to the rim.
Putnam right into the body of Devante Brooks, who blocks the shot.
He hit the arm. That's a good call.
That's the 4th on Devante Brooks, who is not happy at all with that.
It's not very easy to stop Burke Putnam, and Devante Brooks hit the arm sharp, so it settled down. Of course, Jalen Brooks did block the shot coming from help side the last time.
31 and counting for the great one, Burke Putnam. Foul shot is up, and it's good. He is 6 of 6. I know Burke has been looking forward to senior day for quite a while. You can see it on social media, and boy, he has given the largest crowd of the season a lot to remember in his final appearance.
It looks like he's shooting with one eye. Got that big bandage over the right eye. Can he even see out of that?
Second one is good. Does it matter? 33 for Burke. You just kept doing you, Burke. 68-60 with 5:05 to play. Aaron Lucas across midcourt. OBU now is zoning Southern Arkansas. Lucas between the circles. Out high, Jalen Brooks reverses it. In the corner to Rogers, to Jalen. The ball deflected. Lucas has it, drives, kicks right corner. Jumper on the way by Jalen Brooks is good. That's actually Blake Rogers for his first bucket. And it's down to 5 again, 68-63.
And it's crunch time, and the ball is in Burke Putnam's hands.
4.5 minutes to play. OBU closes at Southeastern and at East Central next week. Putnam down the paint, throws it up off the glass, one-handed, missed it. Not a great shot. Tyler Garrett with a rebound, accelerates into the front court, bounces it for Devante Brooks. Into the body that time of Putnam, and he lays it in. There was contact and no whistle. It's a one-possession game, 68-65.
The Bison are going to have to keep Devante Brooks out of the paint.
4:10 to play in the ball game. Putnam between a double team, had it knocked away by Brooks, picked up by Lucas, up ahead to Devante Brooks for the layup. And it's a one-point game, 68-67, under 4 minutes to play.
That's 6 straight points by Devante Brooks, all right at the cup.
Between the circles, Burke Putnam on the wing, Brantley Thompson. Looking for Freeman, gets it to DJ, to 10 down low. He almost tipped an offline pass in. Yo Riders have it on the turnover. Garrett, left corner, 3 by Rogers is no good. Rebound, fought for out of bounds, and I think it's going to be OBU no, it's Southern Arkansas basketball.
Well, I tell you, Tyler Garrett hit DJ Freeman hard coming across. There's got to be a foul on some of those plays.
Well, they were fighting over the rebound initially anyway, and that didn't help. 3:36 to play, Oklahoma Baptist in a tight one, leads by 1 over Southern Arkansas on KGFF.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
Final. OBU shooting just 33% here in the second half, 45.5% for the ball game. Southern Arkansas 37%, 11 of 30 since the break, and 40% for the ball game. SAU, who averages more than 6.5 rebounds more per game than their opponents, now leading by 5 of the glass, including +6 of the offensive glass. Yo Riders trying to inbound, almost called for 5 seconds, so they have to burn a timeout with Tyler Garrett.
That's big because they only 1 timeout left for Southern Arkansas.
3:36 to play, 68-67. You've seen the forecast, winter storm coming in Wednesday and Thursday, so keep it to OBUBison.com and all the social media apps, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, to find out if the game will go on as scheduled at Southeastern on Thursday night. Right now, that's our next broadcast. And that very well could go to decide the Great American Conference Championship.
Well, we did have one postponement with Southern Nazarene. That was a mega storm. I don't know if that's going to be like this, and I think we're going to have 70 degrees before that, so the road should be pretty warm.
Well, they say enjoy this weekend. They say enjoy Monday, and then it's going to go downhill.
Well, it still is February.
It is. Tell you what, though, after Christmas, I'm done with winter.
Well, you know, you get some of these nice short-sleeve days and you get used to it, then all of a sudden you're bundling up a couple quilts at home.
They can't figure out whether to turn the heat on or the air conditioning on here at the Noble Complex.
It's pretty comfortable in here tonight, but a little bit warm maybe.
68-67. I'll tell you what, the competition is hot. OBU's women won by a point. The men lead by a point with 3:36 to play.
they want
Devante Brooks, Aaron Lucas, who have triggered inbounds. Blake Rogers, Tyler Garrett, the starting five out there for Southern Arkansas. Again, Lucas will be the trigger man.
Yeah, they want to get this ball inside to Devante Brooks. Harrison Stoddart's really close to him. Yep.
Lucas to Devante Brooks, turns, puts up a hook. He missed it. Jalen Brooks with a rebound, pulled it away from Wilcox and goes up and in.
Great defense by Harrison Stoddart. Forced that bad shot over the rim. Backside rebounding. Wilcox misses it.
69-68. Putnam in the paint and a foul. Blake Rogers is his first. And his team foul number 8 against the Mule Riders, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Burke Putnam.
How about Devante Brooks, a double-double already. 11 of 19 from the field, 27 points, 10 boards.
Burke with 33 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. He hits the first. One of the best performances I've seen in my 7 years, especially with what's on the line today by Burke Putnam, and he hits both free throws. 9 of 9 for the free throw line. 70-69 Oklahoma Baptist. He has almost as many points as the second leading scorer, Justin Tinn, who has that number. Second leading scorer today for OBU. Rogers with it right side. Aaron Lucas bounces it for Devante Brooks. Brooks to Aaron Rogers, a 3 over Putnam right circle, too strong. Stoddard had a rebound knocked away by Devante Brooks, who's over the back. Jalen has it. Down to Lucas to Devante Brooks. Spin around jumper, no. Devante Brooks with another rebound to Lucas. Right side, 3 on the way by Rogers. No. Underneath with a rebound. Tyler Garrett wanted to go up, now has to dribble out right side. Kicks into the corner for Blake Rogers. Extra pass. Lucas with it left wing. Drives. Double clutches on the way to the glass. Missed the layup, but Devante Brooks. Tip hook on the rim wouldn't go. Ball knocked away from Stoddard. Picked up in the foul line. Jumper by Rogers wouldn't go. And OBU finally corrals the miss. Holy Toledo, 6 chances on that trip down the floor for the Mule Riders.
Yeah, and Harrison Stoddard got hit hard a couple times, no calls. We'll have to see if they can be that consistent when the Bison are on the offensive glass.
Burke Putnam looks exhausted as he walks over to the near side. A timeout on the floor with 2:21 to play. How about that? Just like that. 4 offensive rebounds led to 6 shots on that single possession. Most of them were right at the rim, and a couple of them were in the cylinders.
Well, one of those offensive rebounds, Devante Brooks hooked Harrison Stoddard up, both arms with like a sickle across the side, knocked him to the floor, no call. Then Harry had the ball almost in his hands at the bottom of the dotted line, and somebody just raped his forearms once again.
Southern Arkansas trailed by 8. They're on a 7, make that a 9-2 run over the last 2:50. How about this? OBU leads by a point. They've made just one of their last 17 three-pointers. They're 1 for their last 4. Burke Putnam will get the inbounds pass from Brantley Thompson. Nigel Wilcox to Stoddard, back to Brantley. The usual 5 out there on the floor now for Oklahoma Baptist. Burke works to the top of the key. Jalen Brooks is on him. Putnam gets past him, throws up a teardrop floater, missed it. Rebound out of bounds off Devante Brooks. And Devante knew it because he immediately turned around and pointed Mule Rider with basketball.
Yeah, but the ball was forced out by Putnam, and then it probably did go off of Brooks. But a lot of times I like when the guy on the offense forces it, that's who knocks it out of bounds.
2:05 to play. OBU will get a fresh shot clock of 20. The inbound to Stoddard, who pulls it away from Lucas to Brantley. Drives baseline right, follow-away jumper no. Rebound tip by the Mule Riders to Sips. Back to Brantley Thompson, who drives in a foul. Blake Rogers all but grabbed him. That's his second, and that's the 10th against Southern Arkansas, so OBU will have 2 shots.
It's really not a terrible foul for the Mule Riders because on the penetration, Brantley Thompson up the left side of the lane, he was going to dish out to a wide-open Jaquan Sims for a 3 in the left corner.
Brantley Thompson at his final game here at the Noble Complex, 3 points, all for the foul line. He's 0 of 6 shooting, and he cleanly hits the first free throw. He's 4 of 5 for the foul line. OBU with that make 19 of 22. Southern Arkansas has been to the foul line 20 times. They're only 50%. Thompson's second and it's good. It's a 3-point game. 72-69 with a minute 55 to play. Sims is out of the ball game. Justin Tinn has come back in. Jalen Brooks will bounce it inbounds to the backcourt. Lucas will pick it up. Clock begins to roll with 1:50 to play. Aaron Lucas left side will hand it off to Tyler Garrett. Jalen Brooks between the rings out front. Aaron Lucas guarded by Putnam, lobs it to Brooks, who touches it back to Aaron. Lucas pump fakes, drives, now circles back out right side. He'll put up a three, and that one front rims. 10 with a rebound, a minute and a half to play. OBU leads it by 3, 72-69. Southern Arkansas now 9 of 28 from 3 at a timeout on the floor.
I like that insertion of Justin 10 by Jason Aker. Devante Brooks, so physical, just beating up some of the Bison down there. You get that big man, Justin 10, that's hard to push around. And sure enough, the first miss, who pulls down the rebound? Justin 10.
Bison basketball, it's a 30-second timeout brought to you by the First National Bank and Trust Company, McIntyre Law, by SSML, St. Anthony Hospital, Shawnee, and by ShopOBUBison.com, your home for the very best and officially licensed Bison apparel from brands like Adidas, Callaway Golf, Columbia, and Under Armour. Visit ShopOBUBison.com today and take advantage of fast shipping and industry-leading customer service. ShopOBUBison.com, the official online store of Oklahoma Baptist Athletics. Game reset. Possession arrow belongs to Oklahoma Baptist. Both teams with one timeout. 1:28 to play, and the Bison have it leading 72-69. Huge possession. Brantley Thompson to the goal, draws the foul. That was the play, I think, all the time out of the break as he went right around Garrett, who could just bump him to save the basket.
Yep, getting the free throw line. The Mule Riders have an over-aggressive man-to-man defense. It's very formidable at that, but we have astute dribblers for the Bison that can take it to the rim.
Thompson, nothing but net. First free throw. It's a two-possession game with 1:23 to play. Senior Day being won right now by the seniors, and a terrific group at that here at the Noble Complex. Brantley misses short of the second. Rebound to Jalen Brooks. Jalen Brooks of the ballgame has 16 rebounds and 14 points. Another monster double-double. Right side, Tyler Garrett. Devante Brooks with a double-double, 25 and 12. Down low, Jalen Brooks goes up against Thompson. His shot hit the side of the rim, fortunately. They'll have to earn him from the free throw line. And Mr. Thompson now has his second foul.
You know, Thompson doesn't have to move out of the way of Jalen Brooks. That jump stop, and it was like a stumble. You could argue a travel before that foul.
OBU basketball brought to you by the Theophilus Social Club before or after any OBU home event. Stop by, great live music on Theo's Patio as Jalen Brooks misses the first free throw. For reservations online, TheophilusSC.com or call 405-788-4404. I have been there. I will vouch for it. My friend Clayton was there last night. Loved the salmon. Second free throw by Jalen Brooks is up and good, so he gets one of two. So one possession game with 1:05 to play. Putnam will bring it into the front court. As he does, under a minute to go. 73-70 Oklahoma Baptist. Burke to Stoddard. Right side, Brantley Thompson, 20 to shoot. Sims to Putnam. Lucas jumps out in his face. Wilcox sets a screener, tries to with 4 fouls. They break it down, and they go to Stoddard left quarter. Back to Burke, 10 to shoot. Putnam gets into the paint, loses it. It goes right to Wilcox and then turns it over. Through it to Jalen Brooks. To Lucas, up ahead, right quarter for 3 of the tie. It rolls off, no good from Archibald. That was in the cylinders and spun out. OBU has it, 27 seconds to play, leading by 3, and Lucas will commit the foul.
Good triangular rebounding by the Bison on that missed three-pointer that would have tied it. 3 Bison on the triangle. That ball was going to the Bison.
Preseason top 2 teams in the coaches poll. Both bring back a wealth of experience from last year. Putnam with the first free throw. He's 10 of 10 at the line. That's huge because it makes a 2-possession game as Harvey will come in along with Blake Rogers. Justin 10 re-enters for Oklahoma Baptist. 74-70 Bison, 27 and a half seconds to play. Putnam's second one is up and it's good, so now it's 5. 75-70. Burt Putnam today has 37 points, a career high at any level. Lucas, a long 3, in and out, almost backed that off the glass. 10 had the rebound taken away from him, but saved and bounced to Harvey, who went up and came back down. He went up, came back down, and then threw it off and started, but the travel occurred first. Sims is going to get into the ball game. Andy Sharp is saying something to the official. He's grinning. I don't think he like something, but it was clear that Connor Harvey went up and came back down.
Yeah, Sharp is arguing that he threw the ball before he hit the floor.
75-70, OBU will inbound to the backcourt nearest the Mule Rider bench, and it's Nigel Wilcox fouled by Jalen Brooks. That's number 4 on Jalen. 2 free throws here will put this one to the win column for OBU, and a sweep today for the Bison on Senior Day. 75-70 the score as some of the students behind us faintly start to chant, Andy's mad.
Boy, Southern Arkansas, they crashed the board so hard with the Brooks brothers because, 10 had that ball in his hand. Perfect timing by Jalen Brooks to knock it loose. Nigel misses the first free throw. He's 0 of 3 today at the line. Southern Arkansas 46-38 on the glass, including 25-14 offensively. Wilcox with everybody off the paint as far as his teammates is concerned. Miss both. Rebound to Devante Brooks to Aaron Lucas. 5 seconds to play. Lucas to the goal. Scoops it up and in. Correction, 7.3 seconds. Look at that wrong. All Jason Aker can do is nearly crumble to the floor in front of us. Now
3-point game. OBU still in control. You get a foul and a free throw, and it pretty much does it.
Yeah, you have to make one free throw. You have to get the ball in cleanly, and as physical as the Mule Riders are, they're going to go for a quick steal before that foul.
OBU baseball down late in the finale at Henderson State, 5-2 at last check. OBU gave up a big lead today, lost 10-9 to the opener, dropped the series opener yesterday 7-3. Henderson State looking to make it 11 for 11 to start the season. They came in ranked 18th nationally and off to the best start in program history. Best way to follow your favorite Bison teams with winter turning to spring is with the all-new OBU mobile app. Download for free on your Apple or Android device by searching OBU Bison in the App Store or Google Play. I'm going to go watch high school basketball after this, but I'm going to tell you, I may just find a quiet corner, if there is such a thing, close my eyes and take a nap. This day is exhausting.
You know what? Maybe you go over the high school game and you could call the girls and the boys game tonight.
Oh, I don't have the energy. I may go to one of the coaches' offices and take a nap. Let Mary Margaret cheer on the Pirates. Here's Trey Green to inbound. Green gets it to Burke Putnam. 5 seconds to play, and there's the foul at midcourt. That's against Devante Brooks, and that's it. That's his 5th. Devante Brooks with another double-double for the 25th time in 26 games. And I think I speak for everyone in Bison Nation. That guy is one heck of a player, but I don't care if I ever see him again. How about this double-double today? 25 points and 13 rebounds.
It is something to watch, some high-level basketball, though, I tell you. It's very entertaining for every person in this crowd on both sides.
Unbelievable. Putnam had made 11 straight for line before the miss. He hits the second. It should do it. OBU by 4. They'll roll it near midcourt. Lucas picks it up. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He'll fire a 3. It's off the side. No good, and OBU wins. The Bison close out